welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. We've got Kale Sorbo producing today. And yeah, guys, happy Monday. Pretty quiet weekend in terms of baseball news, but we got a few things to talk about. We are going to ask a couple of questions here. One of them is, did Nolan Jones get snubbed, not even getting nominated for Rookie of the Year? It's awards week, by the way, so we're going to talk about all the awards we're going to find out about here at the end of this season. We're going to talk about the Rockies rotation. What is going on? Who's going to pitch next year? Do we even have enough starters? We kind of don't. And there's a well-known guy on the market right now, Trevor Bauer, who has been shopped around to clubs recently. So would the Rockies dare to do it? Would they invite all the drama in? I don't know. We got to talk about this. And of course, definitely we got to talk about Clint Hurdle, because there have been some reports swirling around about where he is going to be working this coming season, and we're going to get into all of that. But first, Kale, I want to know, how was that Nuggets thing on Friday?
Oh, it was super fun. We had a great time. A bunch of people came out to the social house, the basketball social house down in Centennial, and I embarrassed myself trying to play basketball.
You embarrassed yourself.
Here's a funny thing, because I cover basketball. I'm very bad at basketball, so I don't really know how to do any of it. But yeah, so it was a good time.
That's so funny, because I'm so bad at baseball, and I talk about baseball.
Look at us, just being bad at our favorite things.
Those who can't do, teach, and those who can't teach gym, and those who can't teach gym just go into journalism. That's how it works, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Guys, it's Monday. It is, we're having a Monday. And what should we start with? Let's talk about, you know what? We're going to talk about Clint Hurdle first, because he's a friend of the show. And that is like the most Rockies news happening right now, is that Clint Hurdle, whatchamacallit. It was reported by, oh my gosh, who did it? It was one of those, hold on, Bob Nightingale. I'm like, which problematic older journalist who now tweets wrong things on Twitter tweeted this out? Yeah, it was Bob Nightingale who tweeted out that Clint Hurdle had accepted the role of bench coach under Ron Washington for the Angels. That he has not accepted any jobs yet. He's interviewing for it. But yeah, he's as we know, he right now is a special assistant to the general manager. So that would be. I like having Clint Hurdle around, but that'd be fun if he had a job with one of his old friends. And then, of course, here's what I'm thinking. Clint Hurdle, if he becomes friends with Mike Trout, that means me and Mike Trout would have a mutual friend. Kayla, is that not the dream?
The dream is to be only 1 degree of separation from Mike Trout, obviously.
Obviously. That's the dream. That is the dream. Oh my gosh, I forgot to even mention also, we have a big giveaway with Circa coming up this week, so stay tuned for details, because I'm saving that for the end of the show. I'm supposed to lead with that. What is wrong with me? I'm Mondaying real hard right now. Real freaking hard. Guys, always keep in mind, the comment section is open. Drop some questions, drop some concerns. We are here for you. I did have the big topic. We're going to start getting into this. What are we doing with the Rockies rotation? And could former Cy Young winner Trevor Bauer end up in the Rockies starting rotation? Josh in the chat saying, no, he sucks right now in Japan and is hurt. He definitely doesn't suck in Japan. That's the thing. I think he got off to a rocky start. That was kind of magnified by him doing that like samurai sword celebration that like no one was really a fan of. So from what I remember, he was having a rocky start. So I just assumed that it was a disaster out there in Japan. Apparently not. That this season in Japan, Trevor Bauer went 10-4 with a 2.76 ERA for Yokohama. And he had a 1.97 ERA over his last 5 starts. And his fastball's even a little faster, too. Just barely grazing 100. 99.3 is his maximum on that right now. But who knows, who knows what he's doing? Like, remember the whole rotation or the whole spin rate thing? And he was like such a better pitcher before the MLB banned sticky stuff. And I don't know. I don't think he's as good as we thought he was, personally. But that being said, he is a really good pitcher. And he's going to come at a really cheap price tag because of all of the baggage that he is bringing along. So I don't know. This is like the thing that I have been kind of like wondering about, maybe worrying about. But yeah, according to John Heyman of the New York Post, Trevor Bauer and his agents met with multiple Major League Baseball teams at the annual GM meetings. Is that why they got sick? Haha. But thank you. I'll be here all week. Literally, I will be here all week. It's Monday. So yeah. Apparently, he has been in conversations with teams, multiple teams. But yeah, has not pitched in the big league since June of 2021. He was accused of sexual assault. The case was settled in October. No money exchanged hands, so no one paid off anyone. And of course, we found out what we found out about about the situation. I don't want to talk about it, but at the same time, I'm like, I think we need to talk about this because the Rockies desperately need starters, especially because, well, I think we needed starters anyway. But Germán Marquez and Antonio Senzatella, we're not going to see either of these guys until the middle of the season, if we're lucky. So we're down some dudes in this rotation for sure. Who do we still have around? We've got Kyle Freeland, of course. Austin Gomber's still around. And Ryan Feltner's around. And Ryan Feltner, of course, is working to come back from a traumatic injury. He made an appearance. And we don't know if he's going to be ready to be in the starting rotation at the start of the season. So right now we've got 3 starters at least that we gotta fill in. And Trevor Bauer could be one of them. Now, here's the thing. I said this last year. I'm like, the Rockies would freaking never. That's what I said last year because too much drama. The Rockies, they don't want to be a part of that drama. That's the sense that I get. But for legal purposes, Trevor Bauer does not have any more drama. But Trevor Bauer still comes with drama of his own. He likes to ruffle feathers. He likes to make people annoyed. Like, that is a part of his personality. That in itself is drama. So, I don't know. Kale, do you have any thoughts on, do you think the Rockies would dare? Would the Rockies dare to sign Trevor Bauer?
I don't think so. They're really desperate for starters, especially starters that are that good. But if there's one thing that I appreciate about the Rockies is they always, culture is the wrong word, but there's always like a concerted effort to make sure that like it's a healthy run organization from like that perspective. Yeah, and like,
that is so true.
And so like the Rockies have always been that way where they try and keep dudes in house who get that way. And I just don't think they consider themselves close enough to being in a contending window where they would take such a massive gamble.
Ooh.
So, like, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen.
That's a really good point. A really good point. They're not close enough in a contention window right now. If this was if this wasn't coming off, the worst season ever, then maybe this would be a different story. If this was a conversation happening ahead of the 2026 season, then yeah, totally different story. But unfortunately, I mean, yeah, it's drama. Kale, it's a lot of drama. I like that the Rockies at least a little bit operate on vibes, for better or for worse. They operate on vibes.
They do. They want to keep the vibes good, whether that means they're really bad or not. They want to keep the vibes good.
They want to keep the vibes good. Guys, let me know in the chat what you think. Obviously, this is a delicate situation. But yeah, let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Would they? Should they? The comment section's open, fam, as always. And as always, Breckenridge Distillery, one of our great friends. I was at the Breckenridge Distillery tasting room last week. It was the last place I saw my phone before I lost it. No, they do a great job at Breckenridge Distillery. Of course, y'all know I'm a big fan of the Reiki seltzers. We have them right here ready for us at the DNVR bar. But guys, Breckenridge Bourbon is the official bourbon of the Denver Broncos. They have a ticket contest going on. You can win 2 tickets to the Breckenridge Bourbon Whiskey Suite for the Broncos-Chargers game on New Year's Eve day. All you have to do is post your favorite Broncos photo to Instagram and Facebook using hashtag Broncos Bourbon, and time is running out for this on December 1st. They're going to narrow it down to 10 favorites, and then the winner will be decided shortly after. But to find out more details on this, BreckenridgeDistillery.com/bourbon-of-Denver-Broncos. I think we got that link in our description, right? Yeah, it's in the description of this podcast if you want to make it easy for yourself. But guys, keep in mind too, as you're entering this contest, Breckenridge Distillery Bourbon makes a great gift for the holidays. So head over to BreckenridgeDistillery.com to find out where you can buy a bottle of Breckenridge Bourbon. It's available in all 50 states, and you can also get home delivery of their award-winning Breckenridge spirits. Après anywhere. Sounds pretty fun. Yeah. You know what else is fun? Bet365, because it is never an ordinary time. So yeah, head on to the DNVR bar. We've got all kinds of good. What am I even reading, guys? Hold on. Forget I even said anything. That was a rewind sound. Okay. They have Bet365 has some amazing freaking offers for y'all. Choose between 2 offers. A first bet safety net of $1,000, or bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets when you sign up using code DNVR365. And the best part about the Bet365 app, we have a custom DNVR bet inside of the app. It's got the DNVR bets little signage on it. It's so cool. So keep an eye out every single week for new bets on bet365.com, including the ones that we handpick for you here at DNVR. But yeah, must be 21 or older. This is the important part. And physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Kale. And everyone, all right, some Rockies. So on some better news, some nicer Rockies gossip. I'll call it gossip, even though it's not quite gossipy. Amanda Cool, wife of former Rockies pitcher Chad Cool, she had a great celebration over the weekend. She completed active cancer treatment. She was diagnosed right before this most recent season started, and that was a challenge for the whole Cool family. And of course, Chad Cool ended up taking time off, took the rest of the season off to kind of focus on family, take care of his wife, their son. So she is done active cancer treatment. Huge milestone. Had a great looking party over the weekend. So we were wishing her the best in her recovery. And of course, we were wishing the whole Cool family the best. Another member of the Rockies family, Brendan Rodgers, and his girlfriend Chrissy have been in Thailand all for the past week, 2 weeks. It feels like they've been there forever. They're on a nice little vacation though. Love seeing these guys enjoy the off season because they deserve it. They deserve it. Some baseball headlines. Listen, it is a quiet week in terms of baseball news. But it's awards week. We're going to find out all of the winners of these end of season awards, including the Jackie Robinson Rookie of the Year Award. That's the news that's going to drop on Monday, today. Manager of the Year, we find out on Tuesday. Cy Young, we find out on Wednesday. And MVP, we're going to find out on Thursday. To me, I still think Shohei is the MVP always. Always. You literally do not get more valuable than that. And I hate that he is injured. I hate that and it had to be like right when he was becoming a free agent too. Big British lad in the chat. This will be my first full year watching baseball. I am looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, dude. So happy to have you here. This is a great place to start if you're following the Rockies. I feel like this show in the offseason is a great place to start in general too, if you want to just know what's going on in the world of baseball, because the Rockies don't always give us a lot to talk about. Will in the chat, I am guessing this is in response to the Trevor Bauer question. If they sign him to a deal like Bellinger got with the Cubs and be a league average or better pitcher, then either are good with him and they move him. Okay, I think I got what you're saying here. Like if they got him and then moved him for more money, yeah, but and Will adding in the chat, everyone got sick at the recent meetings. Yes, I know, everyone got sick. It's crazy.
Did any of our ALLCITY people that were there get sick?
Did we have ALLCITY people at GM meetings?
I think so. I think people from Chicago went. And like they were in Scottsdale, so I'm assuming our Arizona friends were there.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't either, but I hope nobody got sick.
Yeah. Michael in the chat. This will be my 51st full year of watching baseball. I'm looking forward to it. That's fantastic. Yeah. Michael is a great baseball dude. Great friend of mine. Love that. So yeah, awards are happening this week. And we're just hours away right now from finding out who gets the Rookie of the Year award. And of course, someone in our own division is up for it. Corbin Carroll is a finalist for the National League Rookie of the Year. So, I mean, in theory, this is something that they were putting out on MLB.com. You know, it's not often that two very top tier prospects, that two top 5 prospects could potentially win Rookie of the Year. And we could see that with Corbin Carroll and Gunnar Henderson, 2 top prospects. It's not often that they all pan out exactly the way that you think they're going to pan out. There have been only 2 times that 2 preseason top 5 prospects won the Rookie of the Year awards. One of them was in 2015 when Chris Bryant and Carlos Correa won. Chris Bryant, back when he was Rookie of the Year. The good old days. The other time, of course, was 2012 when Bryce Harper was Rookie of the Year. And so was Mike Trout. These guys. So that being said, this Rookie of the Year class, they're in good company. They're in good freaking company. We've got some, lots of coaching moves happening. A lot of that happening around. Lots of guys on the trade market. We mentioned Clint Hurdle considering, or at least in consideration for working for Ron Washington as he starts his journey with the Angels. Ron Washington, one of the great baseball dudes. That is a guy that, not just a guy that no one has anything bad to say about, but a guy that is just iconic and just known for being such a good dude. But he, as he is heading over to the Angels, he's taken with him Eric Young Sr., old friend Eric Young Sr. He's going to be the first base coach, he was the first base coach in Atlanta. I believe he might have the same role in his new club. But yeah, Now the Braves have lost their first base coach and their third base coach. Interesting to see what they're going to do. I'm sure they'll be fine. They're the Atlanta Braves. Let's check the comments. We've got British lad. Okay, so this British lad is making friends in the chat right now. He is he's rooting for the Rockies. Being a Denver sports fan, there was only one team he was ever going to root for. God bless you, man. Bless you out there. What a choice. British lad, I'm actually curious. How did you become a Denver sports fan? Was it the Broncos? I'm going to guess that it's the Broncos. But this is a great question he put in there. This podcast is for you right now, British lad. Which player is a safe pick to get my first Rockies jersey? That is a really good question. I mean, I think Tovar would be a good one because he is, I think he's got a long career ahead of him. Bretton Doyle wouldn't be bad too. I mean, he is the Rockies' sole Gold Glover this season, and he's also a rookie. I think he could be a good one to get. Chris Bryant's not going anywhere. He's pretty famous. Kayla, are you making
Don't get a Chris Bryant jersey. Don't get a Chris Bryant jersey. That is a stain on this organization.
I wish you could have seen the face that Kale was making. I can't even recreate it, but he hated what I just said. I think Tovar's a pretty good jersey to get.
Tovar's good. So is Kyle Freeland. Kyle Freeland never goes out of style.
That is such a great point. A Kyle Freeland jersey never goes out of style. Jamie in the chat, Tovar. Yeah, heck yeah. Tovar is a great choice, I think. We've all got some good mojo going on in here, fam. I love it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your valuable input. So anyway, you know what? We're going to get into some trade market stuff in just a second. But first, I want to shout out our friends at Kind Love, our favorite dispensary. And those vibes are always immaculate. So immaculate that we've got an Immaculate Vibes custom joint pack. That's right, DNVR branded joint pack. You get 5 joints in a pack. It's just $25. It's available in indica and sativa. And you can use that DNVR discount code to get that 25% off discount, which is a really great deal. Visit one of their stores, either in Cherry Creek. It's in that shopping center near the PetSmart, near the Target, right off of Alameda. They also have a dispensary in North Denver. Mention DNVR. You're getting the DNVR listener exclusive discount of 25% off all Immaculate Vibes and all Kind Love branded flower, pre-rolls, and their turbo joint line. Also visit their website, kindlove.com, to see their full extensive menu before you go in, or use code DNVR for that online ordering. And guys, we got to mention our friends at FOCO too. FOCO is the go-to spot for all of the sickest sports merch you can find. FOCO is a leading manufacturer of sports and entertainment merchandise. They've got apparel, accessories, toys, novelties, collectibles, and the overalls, which I considered wearing today. I almost wore my Broncos overalls today. And I didn't. That's the whole story. It's really good. I tell it at parties. No, but if you want to make a scene, an absolute scene at the next sporting event, tailgate you go to, whatever it is, the overalls are the way to go. But there's something for everyone at FOCO. All kinds of officially licensed gear for all sports and all fandoms. FOCO always has our back for Colorado sports. They have yours too. Get the best gear around by using the link in our description for all non-presale items. Use promo code DNVR. You're going to get 10% off. Let's talk about this trade market. Apparently, this is a Braves-themed show. The Braves apparently have their eye on Aaron Nola, the ace for the Phillies, who is now a free agent, wondering where he's going to go. This is not the most exciting free agent market this season. It's really like Ohtani and like a bunch of other guys. But Aaron Nola, I think, is a pretty big name on that list. One of the bigger names. But listen, Atlanta's ready to spend money on a starter. They need a starter. It's a natural fit. Apparently, ESPN's Buster Olney friend of the show, by the way, he insists that Juan Soto, who will be an unrestricted free agent in 2025, Buster Olney insists that Juan Soto will be moved. And of course, that does not surprise me because we know that the Padres put together a team that they cannot afford. So much talk last offseason about all the money they were spending, and they could not afford it. In this economy. But he says, Buster Olney insists 100% that Juan Soto will be dealt before opening day. So, yeah, that is that. What did he say? This is the quote. He said this on the Michael Kay show. Everything always goes down on the Michael Kay show. 100% he was going to be traded before the season. Wow, what a great quote that I already basically said. Good times, fam. So yeah, the Padres. What an interesting situation they've gotten themselves into. We got an update from British Lad, by the way, on how he became a Denver sports fan. Big surprise. It was the Broncos. He says, my brothers have been going to Denver every year since 2014. Last time we came over was 2019. Unfortunately, COVID ruined everything. Ain't that the truth? So we couldn't travel, but we're planning a long trip for next year. Michael in the chat saying, I also understand the Dodgers have their eye on Nola. I'm still so convinced that the Dodgers did so little the past offseason, the past trade deadline. They have not made a lot of moves. I really think they are just saving up all of their money so they can get themselves a big, shiny Shohei Ohtani. I am convinced. And if they don't get him, or if they realize he's too injured and they don't want to risk it, which I don't know, I would risk it. But it's neither here nor there. I think Nola would be a great backup for them. I think they're going to want Shohei. Who wouldn't? But I think that they've primed themselves to be able to afford it. Interesting stuff. Yankees and Mets also looking at Soto. Also, did you hear that the Padres had to take out a loan? Yes, I did. That's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about how the Padres put together a team they can't afford. They literally can't afford it because they literally had to take out a loan. And now they're panicking. They're scrambling. Evan, thank you for saying I'm your favorite. That's like really nice. I really appreciate that.
Gosh,
Stop.
Evan, how could you?
I could cry. Kale's also really upset though.
How could you, Evan?
How could you, Evan? Do you know Evan? Like
no, I
in
have
real
no
life?
idea. I'm just messing around.
Okay. So could you imagine? Who else is on the market? Apparently the Phillies are open to trading Nick Castellanos. How could they do that to Liam Castellanos? Liam Castellanos literally became the mayor. The mayor of Philly.
Did he?
Oh my gosh. He was so literally Liam Castellanos was running the city of Philadelphia during the Phillies postseason run. Yeah.
Well, then they couldn't trade Nick. They just can't.
They simply can't unless Liam just stays.
Yeah, we lose Nick. Keep Liam.
To be fair, I mean, yeah, like Nick Castellanos, you know, if something goes horribly wrong in the world, if there's a big tragedy, he will hit a home run that day. We all know that. And that's fun. That's good vibes. But like, does he perform enough in the moments where his team needs him the most? Not quite. And also, in the outfield, he can only catch anything to the right of him. Anything to the left of him, forget it. He can't get it. Which, like, you can work around. But, you know, it's a lot easier if you don't have to work around it, right?
Yes.
Are you laughing, Kale?
I'm laughing, yes.
It's certainly a lot better if you...
It is better if your outfielder can cover not just one side of the field. You're correct. That would be great.
I mean, like, it's fascinating what the Phillies did. Like, they looked at the analytics and they saw this man cannot catch anything on the left side of his body. What are we gonna do? So they just moved him over so far. So obviously it's a lot better.
You need an athletic center though to like cover that up.
You know what you need. You need a Bretton Doyle who can cover just the whole outfield.
Who can lose 20 pounds running so much around the outfield.
I love that dedication. Like, actually, also, how much did Bretton Doyle weigh at the start of the season? And, like, so he lost 20 pounds. Like, I might weigh more than Bretton Doyle right now.
I definitely weigh more than Bretton Doyle right now, so that's sad.
It's actually possible that I weigh more than Bretton Doyle. Let's, guys, you are so chatty in the chat right now. Michael, also, thank you. Thank you. You guys are so nice to me today, and I truly appreciate that. Guys, we are going to keep an eye on who is winning all these awards, okay? Because it's starting today, starting this afternoon. And also starting this weekend, we have a huge Circa giveaway. This is the thing that I was teasing earlier.
This is like the biggest giveaway we've ever done.
This is huge. Like five people are going to win.
It's crazy. The chances of you winning are actually like really high. So this is pretty nuts.
Yeah. Circa Resort in Vegas, home of Stadium Swim. Our favorite place to stay when we're in Vegas. They're giving away several 2-night stays to Circa Resort in Vegas. So if you come to the watch parties here at the DNVR, if you come to our watch parties on Saturday for Rams, Avs, Buffs, etc., Circa is going to give away a 2-room stay? Or 2-night stay. I think it's a 2-night stay. I think what I'm reading is called a typo. My bad, guys. They're giving away a 2-night stay and also more. There are other prizes that we don't even know about yet. They're giving away stuff every hour between 4 and 9 p.m. on Saturday, November 18th, here at the bar. That's going to be insane. If you can't make it on Saturday, they're going to give away another 5 2-night stays at Circa Resort. So go to the tailgate, our Broncos tailgate on the 19th, that Sunday. This is huge. Kale, this is insane.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, if you think about it, like, we can't fit that many people in this bar. A couple hundred for sure. But, like, if you're one of those couple hundred people in here, like, 5 of those people are walking away with a free trip to Vegas. Well, a free stay in Vegas, I should say.
Yeah.
So you should come to the bar on Saturday. That's crazy.
That's like it's so much. And also, yeah, the odds are great. This is not a huge bar. Great way to put it, Kale. Yeah, this is cool. And you get to check out Stadium Swim.
Stadium Swim, which is and the Sportsbook. Cool. It's 2 of my favorite places I've ever watched a sporting event. So.
Yeah.
Have you been to Circa yet?
I haven't been to Circa yet.
Okay. I've
only been obsessed with Stadium Swim since Circa came into existence. But I haven't actually gotten to go yet. I won't get to win it, but, I'm sure I can get myself out there somehow.
I'm sure you will.
And guys, as always, become a diehard here at DNVR, and you can be the first to hear about sick giveaways like this, all of our events. Plus, you're getting a discount on all of our events, all of our merch, your bar tab. Guys, it's good stuff. Kale, we're going to wrap the show up. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Kale, do you have anything you need to plug? Anything you've released lately?
No, but I'm working on a Buffs vlog that should be up either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Nice, because you were covering the Buffs game on Saturday.
Yeah, I was covering the Buffs game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you have fun?
I had a blast. It was a ton of fun.
Did you get to meet Coach Prime?
I mean, I was in the same room as him. I don't know if I would qualify it as saying I met him.
Yeah, that's fair. It's got to be, what's it like being in the room with him?
It's pretty wild. Yeah, like, I don't know how to describe it. He, like, has this energy about him that, like, everybody just, like, focuses on him the whole time. It's pretty crazy.
Captivating. Yeah. Ugh, I want to meet him one day. He's my icon. Kale, where can we follow you on social media?
At Twitter, I'm Kale Sorbo, Kale with 2 L's, or on Instagram, I'm Blue Eyes with a backpack.
Because he's got blue eyes and a backpack for his camera gear. Make sure you're heading to DNVRlocker.com to pick up all of our latest merch. I'm saying this is Mitch Walks Through, the merch man with the merch plan. Guys, follow me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. Follow all of the latest baseball and Rockies news at DNVR_Rockies on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram at DNVR_sports. And Kale, you know what I like to say?
What do you say, Suze?
I like to say, fuck it. We ball. And we will be back here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel at noon on Tuesday. Talk to you later.
We all silly like the mayor.